Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. So I'm gonna read into effect the resolution. This helps with funding and everything else, if I'm correct, Steve, for us to get aid from, for FEMA. Okay. Resolution adopting the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. Whereas the Town of Thompson Board of Selectmen recognizes the threats that natural hazards pose to people and property within the Town of Thompson, and whereas the Town of Thompson, in collaboration with Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments, has prepared a multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan known as the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan in accordance with the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000, and whereas the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan has identified mitigation goals and actions to reduce or eliminate long-term risk to people and property from the impacts of future natural hazards and disasters that affect the Town of Thompson and the region, and whereas the Federal Emergency Management Agency of the United States Department of Homeland Security has approved the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan on condition of local adoption, enabling the Town of Thompson to apply for hazard mitigation assistance grant funds, and whereas NECOG, Northeastern Connecticut Emergency Management Committee, and public informational meetings were held between September 2011 and November 2014 regarding the development and review of the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan, and whereas adoption by the Town of Thompson Board of Selectmen demonstrates their commitment to achieving the hazard mitigation goals outlined in the Town of Thompson section of the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Town of Thompson Board of Selectmen hereby adopts the 2015 Northeastern Connecticut Council of Governments Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan, adopted on this first day of December 2015 by the Town of Thompson Board of Selectmen, Thompson, Connecticut, Kenneth Beausoleil, Shana Smith, Stephen Herbert, its Board of Selectmen. Do I hear a motion?
So move that we approve this resolution.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Signatures, please. Thank you. FOI pledge, if you would, Shana, read that.
Sure. So as we had discussed at the November 17th meeting, I had provided the board with the Freedom of Information Act annual pledge that I think would be nice for us to sign, just to further show our willingness to be open and transparent, and that we're understanding what the Freedom of Information Act is. I can read the pledge as it's presented. It says, whereas in 1975, a unanimous General Assembly joined Governor L.T. Grasso to adopt the Connecticut Freedom of Information Act, promising that government at every level, schools, towns, cities, and the state, conduct virtually all of the public's business in the open. Whereas the Freedom of Information Act guarantees every resident the right to understand what his or her government is doing and to have ready access to the work of that government. Whereas our FOI laws promote confidence in government and assure government is accountable to the people. Whereas supporting said laws in the Town of Thompson will further develop the municipality's transparency and accountability and will support opportunities for innovation and economic development. Therefore, I, and then you would sign or print your name, will support and protect Connecticut's Freedom of Information Act, including the independence of the state's unique Freedom of Information Commission, and oppose weakening it. If proposals are made to limit public access, I will, within my authority, assure each proposals are subjected to public processes, including public hearings. and will support such changes only when the public's interest in non-access to records or proceedings clearly outweighs the public's interest in access. I further commit to support transparency, to increase accountability, promote informed public participation, and expand access to information. And then there's a signature line down below. I had worked with the Freedom of Information Commission on this last year, I believe it was, to translate it from the state level to a municipality level, so took out a few things there. I know at the state level, state reps have signed it, senators have signed such wording, as has the governor signed it last year as well.
This is basically saying that we have a law that we must comply with the Freedom of Information Act, and this just says we're going to comply with the law. Which we have to do whether we sign this or not, isn't clearly what this says.
Correct.
Sort of saying we're going to comply with the law.
Yeah,
It's not an option anyway, is it?
no, but it's a sign of good faith
Oh,
that
okay,
we're
sure.
acknowledging
Okay.
that and are willing to support, as it says, all freedom of information.
Absolutely.
So, I'll make a motion to adopt it,
No, I don't think we need to do that. It's an individual commitment. I
Okay.
certainly commit.
so,
I certainly commit to that.
yeah, I do too as well. If I find a copy in my folder, I will be more than happy to sign it.
Yeah, no, I think
If
no.
you would, then I will sign that one.
And as it is a pledge, as you noted, Steve, perhaps this board would wanna just do this on an annual basis.
Right, I see it's-
And or maybe have it just be a policy within the.
I think it should, the least we could do. We
Yes.
should do more than that.
I completely agree.
Thank you.
You will have to forward me one, I will not have a copy of it. So. Okay, I have several appointments. All right. One of them is for the representatives to the Northeast District Department of Health. Town of Thompson, Selectmen's Office, North Balmondale, Connecticut 06255, December 1st, 2015, appointment. Delpha Berry is hereby appointed to serve as member of the Northeast District Department of Health for the Town of Thompson, term to expire November 21st, 2017. Selectmen Ken Beausoleil, Shana Smith, Stephen Herbert as Board of Selectmen.
I'll make that motion to appoint Delpha Berry.
Because we must, can you tell me a little bit about the?
I will, as soon as we get a second.
Seconds.
Okay, discussion. Normally, we have two representatives that go to Northeast Department of Health. They kind of coordinate with them and bring back information as to the different things, programs and stuff they are doing with health concerns, epidemics, flu clinics, education, and they work very closely. It can be an awful lot of work. Currently, Orla upstairs, our finance director, is our assistant. In the past, we have had a person from the general public that has been willing to devote the time to this and attend meetings and participate. We had a vacancy before. Larry Grow at that time filled in the vacancy, Paul continued it on. I was approached by Delpha. She is involved with an alliance with health. Very, very active, very, very dedicated. She lives up on Route 193. She approached me and asked me to be the representative from Thompson. And anybody that knows Delpha, once she dedicates herself to something, there's no hold back. She is off and does whatever she needs to do to all duties and so forth, and will represent the town at its best interest.
I'm sure she's well qualified and I think candidate for this position, but I would like to be advised of these before the meeting. I mean, there might be a question, an issue, I'd like a little bit of information prior to the second meeting. Wonder if in the future,
I will do my best.
a little bit of advance notice would be helpful.
I will do my best. That's why I said for discussion, I would give you some background
Thank you.
on her, and the message from Orla upstairs, she has worked with her in the past, and it was a When she volunteered, it was an outstanding volunteer.
Thank you.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next appointment is to appoint, as of today, December 1st, 2015, appointment. Kenneth Beausoleil is hereby appointed to serve as member of the Northeast Council of Governments for the town of Thompson, term to expire November 21st, 2017. This is a position that is held by the first selectman, and it's just the official appointment to that. Do I have?
I'm sorry, July.
To the NECOG,
Okay.
Northeast Council of Governments.
Motion to appoint Kenneth Beausoleil to the Northeast Connecticut Council of Governments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And maybe just for some follow-up, Ken.
Yes.
I believe that a resident had requested that we have some sort of a report that the administration bring back to the residents, just keeping us updated as to some of the things that transpire at those meetings, if that would be possible to continue that.
That will be done. We will have reports coming back. The official first meeting, I believe, is November 18th. I mean, December 18th,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay,
That's when the board meets again. They had canceled the last meeting.
okay, thank you.
So that is one of the, everybody in town should know what NECOG is working on, what they have to offer, and what business they have conducted. So that will be one of my first order of business, to get that transparency and stuff back to the town.
Thank you.
Okay, same type of appointment. This one has to do with appointment. Ken Beausoleil is hereby appointed to serve as member of the Northeast Connecticut Transit District for the town of Thompson, term to expire November 21st, 2017. It's another appointment that the first selectman does hold. So, do I have a motion?
I so moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
You can say aye.
Aye.
Maybe he doesn't want to be on it.
I'm getting deeper and deeper. Comes with the territory. Okay, this next appointment is a continuation. Dick Trudeau is hereby appointed to serve as a member of the Charter Communication Advisory Council for the town of Thompson, term to expire November 17, 2017. Dick has been our representative to Charter for at least 10 years or so, anyway, that I am aware of. He has volunteered to do that. They meet, I believe it's once or twice a year.
Help me out, what is the Charter Communications Advisory?
That is your cable TV, phones, you know, all of what the Charter does.
They're the ones that set those damn rates?
But he's also the buffer when there is an issue of problems with the system,
Cut the rate, cut that,
problems with the system, complaints. He answers all the, and he represents the town at these meetings. So when we do get complaints and so forth, he does spearhead
And
that.
help me out, Dick's background, you know anything about it?
Dick is retired. He's been doing it for at least 10 years and has been a valuable asset, you know, to the town in this capacity.
Motion to approve Dick Trudeau.
Second.
All in
Or
favor?
appoint.
Appoint. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And just a follow-up to that, I don't remember seeing any advisory council follow-up or submissions from,
Minutes or something? Or?
yeah, when they meet once or twice a year, can we ask Dick?
I will
to
get
do
that.
Thank you, because then we don't have to wait till we do it.
Never heard of it.
Okay, two more things that we need to do is appoint the hiring review committee for the rec director's position. I did mention these names at the previous meeting, and I will reread them. This is recommendations by the commission to do the interviewing and make the selection, and then bring that back for the formal hiring. Steve Bordoa, Recreation Chair. Steve Herbert, Board of Selectmen, you've agreed to volunteer. Rob Tennant, parent and involved community member. Webster Barrett, parent and NECON soccer representative for Thompson. Cynthia Antos, Recreation Commission. Deb Spinelli, teacher and athletic director for Turtle Rock Memorial High. And of course, the outgoing rec director, Renee Walker. Motion to appoint the hiring committee.
So moved.
Second. Right, I agree. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thanks.
Okay, last but not least, the interview committee for the executive assistant. Those requests went out for applications. That will be closing on the 14th, and we will be scheduling interviews thereafter. For that committee, 3 Board of Selectmen, myself, Shana, and Steve. The other 2 that have excellent backgrounds with, one is a lieutenant colonel, and the other one was a assistant deputy commissioner for corrections that deal with administration and executive assistants, Brian Murphy and Vincent McSweeney. So I would entertain a motion to add them to the interview committee.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I will be scheduling at everybody's convenience, time of review for the applications and so forth as that closes out.
Okay.
Thank you. Takes care of appointments. Road updates, the only thing that I can tell you is Leo's trying to finish up, whatever items that he can with the winter pending and the frost coming in. And one of those items that he's hoping to get to this week is the grading of some of the dirt roads that we have, so that way he can plow this winter up around Aquatic and Long Pond. He will be getting those before the snow flies. Other than that, he's just trying to finish up loose ends to be ready for winter. Other business?
So just with the road updates,
Go ahead.
I know that this has been a couple years in the making in terms of getting the new street signs in, and then also replacing some of the street signs. Do we know where we stand with some of those? Because I know last winter, some of the signs were kind of damaged, or if he knows what the status is.
Leo has X number of dollars in his budget to try and get as many street signs up during the course of the budget that he can. Out of that budget, he is also replacing signs that are stolen as well. Buck Hill is one that's been stolen since they redid it on several occasions. We are losing various stop signs around that people do knock over and steal. So that all comes out of his sign budget, and he's replacing as many as his budget is allowing throughout the course of the year. So
Okay.
he does order them, and when he does know that one is missing, he does order it and get it up, and whatever is left, he is trying to convert to the red signs versus what we had with the current green one. So he is doing his due diligence in getting that done as quickly as his budget allows.
Okay. I couldn't remember where the funds came, but
Yeah.
thank you for reminding me this thing.
Does either one of you have any other business?
Any HVAC for library, some reason we're not going to address that, or postponing it, or what are we gonna do?
I had sent a letter out to the,
Well, I appreciate that.
for that, to notify them with the new board. There's still some information that I need to get brought up to speed, because I did not attend
No,
any of
I
that. There's
understand.
quite a bit of stuff there. I have been speaking, and the The other aspect was the questions as to the first item and not putting the town into jeopardy with that as well. Okay, so there's some legal questions.
First item, I'm sorry.
Item number 5, with presentation. So, I have some questions for the legal counsel, but I need clarification on that, and I hope to move on that for the next, what is it, 15th meeting? Yeah, December 15th.
Okay, so Mike and the agenda next time.
Yes.
Okay.
And if anybody has any agenda items or thoughts, business to bring up, please notify the office and we can add it. So we're back to citizens' comments. If anybody has anything additional